guys? This is Dre the Gamer right here. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a while since you guys have seen me. I've kind of had a lot going on for the last probably 3 months. Been pretty busy for me. So this is going to be a different kind of video than what I usually do. This is kind of going to be more of a life update slash ramble kind of video. So in July, I lost my job at my restaurant. Yeah, the first thing I did right after getting fired from my job was just stay home, take it easy, just chill for a little bit, just kind of mental break. Um, since then, I mean, I've also pretty much just been focusing full time on my business. In case I didn't tell you guys, uh, July of 2023, I started a business as well. So that's it started out as a side hustle that I had outside of my job. It's pretty much car rentals. I mean, specifically to describe what I do, there's this app called Turo, which is a platform which allows people to rent out their cars to other people. It's essentially the Airbnb of cars. So that's really what I'd been doing it for a while, and then I lost my job, and I saw this as an opportunity to just focus solely full time on the business. And obviously, at this point, obviously now that with all the free time, I could definitely grow and expand it. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise in a way. And I mean, upon losing my job, I'd say, I mean, it was a pretty toxic work environment. I mean, that restaurant, they knowingly employ a pedophile there, and they don't seem to have a problem with that. It was just a pretty toxic work environment. But since then, I've been pretty much just, focusing on my mental health and focusing on my business. So that's pretty much what I've been up to. I haven't exactly been gaming much. I haven't been on YouTube much. So, I mean, thanks for those of you that stuck around, obviously. I definitely am going to try and start doing more weekly. I am going to try and start posting weekly again like I did in the past. What I would do before was I would always just pre-record the videos. Like when I was on break from school, I would usually just sit down and pre-record all the videos for like about 6 months in advance. I just pre-record them over a 1 or 2 week time frame. That's mostly, when it comes to things like flight simulator videos and train videos and mostly just gameplays, it's pretty easy to do. But obviously vlogs, it's a little more tricky. I did go to Montreal. If you guys saw that vlog, you guys feel free to check that one out. That was a pretty good travel vlog, and obviously I hadn't traveled anywhere for 2 years, so it definitely was a good experience. But kind of a little life update for me, what I've been up to the last few months. I'm still alive. I'm not dead. I've been pretty much taking it easy, just focusing on my business. I've been focusing on my mental health. By taking out my job out of the equation, I've been able to expand my business and improve my mental health. And I mean, in many cases, that's really what matters in the end. I mean, yes, it is important to have a job, but I mean, obviously, to some degree, you have to put your health first to some degree. I mean, I was a line cook or chef, whatever you want to call it. It really depends. It's all words, really. There's not much difference between a chef and a line cook for those of you who aren't too familiar with the restaurant industry. So I was in the restaurant industry for about 4 years. I mean, my last restaurant I was at, I'm not going to say the name of it for obvious privacy purposes, but it happened to be in the capital city of New York. That's all I'm going to say. I was there for over a year. It was my longest job I've ever had, so it was a new record for me. Longest job in history for me, but it was a pretty toxic work environment. I don't really miss it much. I don't reminisce about it much. There were a couple of good people there, but management was management sucked there. I mean, let's put it this way. That place is just going downhill. This is kind of, I guess, a ramble slash rant, but glad to be out of there, and I'm glad that I'm working on my mental health, and I'm glad that I've grown my business. I use Turo to rent out my cars. That's pretty much starting in July of last year. I started doing that. So we're 1 year, 3 months in now. We got 3 cars on Turo, 1 car off Turo that I use for other business purposes. I use for private rentals. I do private car rentals. That's a little bit more complex outside of the Turo. That is a little bit more hard to explain. But I'm just thinking of doing some other content besides some just video games, because that's really all I do is train in Flight Simulator, and should probably do some BeamNG content. I haven't played BeamNG in a good probably 2-3 years on this channel. Truck sim, I haven't done any truck sim stuff in a minute too. maybe I should do more car content now. I think. Let me know if you guys would like to see that, because it definitely has been. Um, I never did much car content on this channel, but when I've done it in the past, it always did well. I had that Chevy Trax rental car for a week and a half, and I did a review on that, and people actually seemed to quite like that. Despite the fact I wasn't super fond of the car, people were quite fond of the video. I mean, now that I have many cars, obviously, maybe not a bad idea to review them or just kind of film myself working on them. Um, yeah, and back to the business, I guess. I do. Another thing that's kept me busy is obviously maintenance on the cars, because I do most of the maintenance myself, brakes and oil changes on the cars. I do all that myself, but there are certain things obviously that I cannot do, and then I have to get it done professionally. I'm not, a full mechanic. I'm really just an amateur mechanic. Hell, I'm really like Hoovie's Garage on a budget. That's really how I describe myself. But yeah, I'll admit this is kind of a different kind of video this week. I'm gonna try and get back to weekly content. But obviously, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I know this was kind of a different kind of content than what I usually do. This was kind of more of a rant slash ramble slash kind of life update. I don't really talk about my personal life much on here. Well, yeah, especially yeah, those of you that don't know me personally don't know that much about me. Now you know that, yeah, I have my business now. It's kind of what I do now. It's my main thing, really. And I do, delivery on the side. I do Walmart Spark. If you guys have heard of that, that's like Instacart. That's another thing I do when I want to. But yeah, different kind of video this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'd say this is a good place to wrap it up, as I've kind of ran out of things to complain about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please just subscribe if you guys want more videos like these, and have a good day.